This week's Great Day Dining takes us to Midtown Tampa's newest restaurant, the highly anticipated Ponte. It's the latest endeavor by James Beard-nominated chef Chris Ponte, where elegant, modern American cuisine is touched with some French and Italian influences. I'm here at Ponte with executive chef Paul Morrison, and thank you so much for having us in. This place is beautiful.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So let's take a step and talk about this restaurant, because it was a few years in the making,
Yes.
right? It took a little
quite
while.
the voyage, yes.
Yeah. Talk about the vision for this restaurant.
I mean, really, it's just an extension of the Cafe Ponte, something Chef Chris had for 18 years. He really wanted to have a place that was a representation of food that was familiar, but with his twist and our twist, and really elevated the dining scene. So some of the fan favorites from the old restaurant, the mushroom bisque, things like that, are still here, but they have a new spin to them.
Yeah. So what did you think when you were contacted? You're in Chicago, right? And they contacted you, wanted you to open up this restaurant.
Honestly, I had a job that I liked. I didn't think much of it. I knew the general manager. I came down for a free meal at his other restaurant, Olivia.
Right.
And then he gave me a tour of the place, and Chef Chris and I talked about mashed potatoes for 45 minutes. So I was like, heard, okay, I'm coming.
Wow.
So I got to walk through, and I saw the Ponte sign, and we talked about the vision for the place, and I couldn't ask for a better platform or a better person to work for. So it's been fantastic. The family's great, and it's a lot of fun to cook here.
Yeah. Before we get to the food, which is the best part, right? Let's talk about this restaurant and the decor and that beautiful like see-through kitchen. Where did that come from? What was the inspiration for that?
I think it's kind of a culmination of the family vision. It's kind of a show kitchen. So think about the theater. We're on show every single night. So we want to make sure that people can come and watch the chefs in action. So the chefs even do old French stuff. They wear toques in the kitchen, which are the big white hats. And we want to make sure that not only is the food exquisite, we're creating these emotional connections when people come back, and we invoke those feelings of love. The music's great, the food was fantastic, the ambiance was right. And it's the kind of setting that we're trying to bring to Tampa Bay.
It starts with the quality of the food, and I know you all are really big into your steaks. Is there something special about your steaks? You know, there are a lot of steakhouses here in Tampa. What makes yours different?
I think the way that we really go out of our way to source, we use single heritage Angus, so that means it's come from one genetic line. The aging process that we do, we take the time, we do it in-house. Chef Chris provided us these wonderful dry aging lockers in here. I've been a steakhouse chef now for 12 years, so it's something that I take very personally, and he's really given me the platform to kind of run wild.
I love tuna. I love
Sure.
tuna tartare. So tell me about this one.
I mean, the star of the show is the tuna. It's big eye tuna that we get out of the Sea of Cortez, line caught, sustainably raised, and again, all the seafood we use is MSC certified, which means it's certified by the Marine Stewardship Council. You know, we try to be good purveyors of the earth, and I feel like if we show respect, we'll get good things back.
Yeah.
And it's finished with a little bit of ponzu. It's got a little ginger cream, a little granola, and it's got a little baton of radish right there for some texture. And then the green stuff you see on top is an avocado butter.
I didn't get that, and I didn't get the little.
Yeah, you got to get all the
Crunchy
flavors,
stuff.
and then
I gotta get it all.
we get some locally sourced micro cilantro from one of our partners, Harmonious Greens.
The little crunchy stuff. I know I'm.
It helps,
you're
right?
You're like crunchy stuff.
It is. It's a little granola. It's nice. It's just a little bit of salt in there. It's very simple. It's very clean flavors. So our scallops right there, again, there's a U10 scallop. It comes out of New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And again, it's a very simple dish. That's the star of the show. We try to get a little bit of salt in there with a little crispy prosciutto imported from Italy. And then we have cauliflower a couple different ways in there. So it's a cauliflower puree. Then it's got a little bit of charred caper, get a little bit of brine, and a little bit of raisins, little wine-soaked raisins. And then we have a couple different colors of cauliflower. The green's called Romanesco. And then a little bit of purple and a little bit of white. It's topped with some locally sourced pea tendrils, and that's it. A little bit of brown butter hazelnut vinaigrette on top. Good. It's just about getting different flexures. You get the creamy, you get a little bit of the salty, you get a little bit of the bite, a little crunch from the top, from the vinaigrette. So it's 18-ounce, 45-day, dry-aged Kansas City strip.
Okay.
Kansas City strip means it's just a New York strip with the bone still attached to it. Seasoned with salt and pepper, and we have a caramelized onion butter on it. And there's a little bit of crispy onion straw inside the butter to give kind of a duality of texture for the onion.
This is really good. So I was excited about dessert. I saw them making this back there. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's our yuzu tart, and it's kind of our interpretation of a key lime pie.
Oh,
So we incorporated yuzu, which is an Asian fruit. Think of like a lemon and lime are hanging out.
okay.
And it's got a little perfect supreme from a mandarin orange, a little bit of locally sourced flour, and then we have a meringue on there. It's infused with sesame, and then we have a sesame crust on the bottom of it.
Sesame crust. Okay. bomb.
Yep. And last but not least, we finish it just to cream it out a little touch of citrus gel in there.
Oh, wow. How do you eat this?
Just crack it up.
crack
It's
it
all
up.
it's meant to be eaten together.
Okay, I gotta eat it all together.
All together.
Right.
Everything is balanced and works.
Okay.
And between Chef Naz and then Chef Chris is a pastry chef by trade too, it makes my life a lot easier.
So we talked about the decor at the beginning, but we didn't mention the bar. So this is beautiful, this wine wall, and then right behind that is the bar. What was the vision behind that?
Almost like kind of a separate restaurant. So it's the Gramercy. So we literally have a kind of a different theme out there. It's a little more relaxed. The cocktail program is very, very fashion forward, to say the least. Everything they do is spend a ton of time and it's very refined, and they work their butt off every day to source the best ingredients they can possibly find.
Yeah, well, I can tell you put a lot of time and effort into this. The food is amazing. Again, thank you for having us in today.
I appreciate it. Thank you to the Ponte family. They're the ones that made all this happen, and they gave me this amazing opportunity.
Such a beautiful restaurant, and the food is amazing. We had a really good time there.
There's so much popping up there in that Midtown area.
Yes.
So I gotta go back and keep exploring.
Yes, just in the past few months, so much has changed there. So yeah, go check it out. Yeah, and for more information, you can make a reservation and visit the menu there on their website, pontetampa.com.